I want to introduce you to the 3 different yarn options we're going to have for our Blanket Club 2025. Some of them, if you have encountered or tried our yarns before, you may have seen, or they may be all brand new to you. But regardless, I think it will be quite helpful to see the different qualities of each yarn and what each one brings to the blanket and why we added them as options. First thing to say is they are all woolen spun. So if you haven't used woolen spun before, what it's going to be is it's one that is the yarn that has not all, or the fibers have not all been carded in the same direction when it's spun. And that means that when you actually are, when it goes to be spun, it's going to trap a lot of air in the fibers. Biggest thing that brings to the yarn is that it's going to be very lofty, very light, and really create just a lightness and a warmth for the weight of the blanket. The other kind of spinning that you see is worsted spun, where it's done smoothly, doesn't trap air, and so you get it's a crisp stitch definition, but the yarns tend to be a lot heavier. So the blankets are so large and so heavy in their own rights that having something that's a little bit lighter but still warm, I think, is a huge advantage. So this yarn is the Wooldreamers yarn, and this one, it's the Mota yarn. So it would be kind of a heavy DK is what we found that it knits up at for us. And it's a new one to us. I came across it last year when I went to Barcelona Knits for the first time, and I really fell in love with it. They've got a huge range of colours, and the story behind the yarn it echoes quite a bit with the Irish story of how of Donegal yarns and the yarn industry here in Ireland. So it was something that I felt very comfortable working with, and it's beautiful yarn. It's probably, this one probably is the most solid of the yarns. It's a little bit heavier, so that I think that this is a slightly tighter twist than you're going to see with the other ones. And a less technical term, when you hold it up, it's a little less hairy is probably the best way to put it. So this one is going to give you a firmer stitch definition than the other 2 yarns are going to. The color choices are really beautiful as well. You can see there's 3 different options in this, because they had so many colors, we actually had a very hard time picking. So we whittled it down to 3 colors with 5 colors in each of those options. So the way we are doing within the blanket is that you can see that 4 of them are kind of in the same color family, roughly going from lighter to darker, and then 1 that is a bit more of a color pop or a contrast. So that will be your center of your log cabin, and then it will be the surround. So I feel like this is going to generally be your dominant color, whichever one we indicate is going to be the contrast color or the main color. That's going to be the center of each square and also the surround. So it'll give you an idea when you're picking colors which one is going to jump out at you before anything else. So yeah, lovely yarn, and if you haven't tried it before and want to try something new, this may be the option for you. So our second option here is one that we introduced and was spun specifically for us 5 years ago for the first of our Celtic Knits Club. So this is Blasta yarn, and it is spun for us in Donegal yarns, and it's a heavy DK light worsted weight as well. So quite similar in weight to the Mota, but it looks a little different. So if I hold this up, you can see while this is also a woolen spun yarn, it does have a little bit more kind of hairiness to it. There's more woolen fibers that you'll see as you turn it sideways. What that actually means is that when you block it, it will bloom more than the Mota does, which is quite forgiving and fills in stitches. Gives you a very, very light, fluffy feel to it. So the heritage of this yarn is it's 60% Irish fleece from a mix of different yarn types and 40% New Zealand fleece. It's pleasant to knit with. It's not super soft, but it's comfortable to work on, and it softens up each time as you're knitting with it. But if you're newer to some of the Gansey stitch patterns and you're a little bit worried about the knit purls being a little loose, then this is probably going to be a little bit more forgiving because of the fact that the blooming really fills in a lot of those stitches. in terms of color choices for this one, we don't have as many colors in this range, so we've just got one color option for this. You can again here see where it's going from a lighter to a darker, kind of from the grays through the blue family, and then we've got this burgundy is going to be that contrast or the main color, which will be the center of your square and the surroundings. So this one will be quite dominant within it. So this is the Blasta option. So now let's take a look at the final yarn option for the club, and this one is the Ellie Dunn Gailimh yarn. The first time we used Gailimh was just a natural white one for the Galway wool blanket. Gailimh, for anyone who doesn't know, is the Irish for Galway. The yarn is from the Galway Wool Co-op. It's 100% Galway yarn, which is a native Irish breed that is being pulled together by the Galway Wool Co-op from their farmers, and then that was spun in Donegal yarns. And then the final step here is Ellie Dunn. She is an artist based in Dublin who has got a really, really strong eye for colour. And she designed these colours originally for a blanket that she is getting woven. So this actually sits quite nicely. So you can, that she's using them within an exclusive blanket that she's getting woven. And then we've taken the same ones and we're putting a hand knit blanket together. The Galway yarn is going to be a more robust option than the other. So it's not a super soft yarn, but you do get a really nice stitch definitions, and those stitches will pop really nicely with the yarn. Does soften up with use, and it's going to be very durable, so that if you've got a blanket that's going to get a lot of wear and tear and you want it to hold up year after year, this is going to be a really nice option for you for a very durable blanket. The colors here, again, we've got a range of 4. These aren't quite in order, but you've got a range of 4 greens going through the different shades of green. And then this kind of a mustard grello color is going to be our contrast, so in the middle and in the surrounding. So that is our third and final yarn option for the blanket club this year. As you can see, they all have their own benefits and potential drawbacks. So it's really going to be what's most important to you and what's going to work best for your knitting and for your end use of your blanket. But regardless of which one you choose, I think that you're going to come out with a really, really beautiful finished blanket.